Hey everyone, welcome back to Daily Cup English. I'm Liam.
And I'm Chloe. Hi, guys. It's so good to have you here with us again.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. Every day we talk about simple but powerful ideas, all in easy English.
That's right. If you're learning English or if you just want to listen to something positive every morning, this is the place for you.
Exactly. So before we start, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us for new podcast episodes every day.
Yes, we post daily, one new topic each day, short and easy to understand.
All right, so today's topic is why effort builds character.
I love this topic. It sounds deep, but we'll keep it simple.
Yeah, don't worry. We're going to talk about it in real, everyday English. So, Chloe, let's start with the big question.
Okay, let's do it.
So, when people say effort builds character, what do they really mean?
Good question. I think it means that when we try hard, when we really make an effort, we grow as a person.
Grow as a person.
Yes, like we become stronger, more patient, more responsible. Even if we don't get perfect results, we still learn something about ourselves.
Yeah, that makes sense. So, it's not just about success, it's about who you become while you're trying.
Exactly. You know, when something is easy, we don't really learn much from it. But when it's hard, when it takes time and work, we learn patience, discipline, and maybe even kindness.
I totally agree. Sometimes people want everything fast. They want results without effort.
Yes, like we all love quick results, losing weight fast, learning English fast, getting rich fast. But when things come too easy, we don't value them as much.
That's true. I remember when I was younger, I used to give up so easily. If something was hard, I just said, no, not for me.
I think we all did that at some point.
But now I see that when I work hard for something, it feels different. Like, I feel proud of myself.
Yes, exactly. That's the character part. When you keep going, even when things are hard, you build strength inside you.
I love that. It's not something people can see, but you feel it inside, that quiet confidence.
Right. And it's funny because effort isn't only about big goals. It's also in small things, like waking up early, studying when you don't want to, or helping someone even when you're tired.
Totally. It's all part of building who you are.
Yes. So maybe the idea effort builds character means that every time we try, even a little bit, we're becoming a better version of ourselves.
I really like that. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep trying.
Exactly. Because the person who keeps trying is always growing.
That's a great point, Chloe. Okay, I think we should share some personal stories next. Real life moments when effort helped us grow.
Yes, let's do that. I have a story about running that really fits this topic.
Awesome. And I have one about learning guitar. Let's talk about that next. All right, Chloe, you said you have a story about running, right?
Yeah, I do. So a few years ago, I really wanted to get fit. But honestly, I didn't like running at all.
I feel that. Running can be so hard at first.
Oh, yes, the first week was terrible. After 5 minutes, I was already tired. My legs hurt and I wanted to stop.
So what made you keep going?
Well, I decided to make a small promise to myself. Just 10 minutes a day. Not 1 hour, not even 30 minutes. Only 10.
That sounds smart. Small steps.
Yeah. At first, I didn't see any progress, but after 2 weeks, I felt a little stronger. After 1 month, I could run 20 minutes.
Nice.
And after 3 months, I didn't just feel stronger, I also felt proud. I learned that I could do hard things if I just tried a little every day.
That's awesome, Chloe. And that's exactly what effort builds character means, right?
Yes, because running didn't only change my body. It changed my mind. I became more patient. I stopped saying I can't. Now I think I can if I keep trying.
Wow, I love that. It's like running became your teacher.
Yeah, it really did. So what about you, Liam? You mentioned something about learning guitar.
Yeah. So I started learning guitar when I was in college. I thought it would be easy, just a few chords and songs, but no. It was way harder than I expected.
I can imagine.
My fingers hurt, the sound was bad, and I almost gave up many times. I remember thinking, maybe I'm not made for this.
Oh no. So what made you continue?
Well, I really loved music. I wanted to play my favorite songs, so I told myself, okay, just 10 minutes a day. Even if it sounded bad, I kept playing.
That's great.
After a few months, I could play simple songs. And you know what? It wasn't only about playing guitar anymore. It was about learning to stay patient, even when I was frustrated.
Yes, that's so true. When we try something difficult, we build more than a skill. We build our attitude.
Exactly. I became more patient, more calm, and more confident. I also learned that mistakes are part of the process.
I like that. Mistakes mean you're learning.
Right. And when I finally played a full song without stopping, it felt amazing. Not because the song was perfect, but because I didn't quit.
That feeling is the best, right?
Yeah, it really is. You can't buy that feeling. It only comes when you put in real effort.
Totally agree. It's like every time we keep going, even when it's hard, we're building our character, our inner strength.
Yes, and maybe that's why people say effort builds character, because each small effort adds up. It shapes who you are.
Exactly. And the cool thing is, you don't even notice it at first, but later you look back and say, wow, I've changed.
Yeah, and you realize that effort doesn't only help you reach goals, it helps you respect yourself more.
Yes, self-respect is a big one. When you work hard, you feel proud in a quiet, honest way.
That's right, no one can give that to you. You earn it.
I love that. Okay, so we both learned something big from our SMAR efforts. Running for me and guitar for you.
Yeah, and I think next we should talk about something really interesting. How taking the hard path instead of the easy path can make us stronger.
Ooh, that's a good one. Let's dive into that next.
All right, Chloe, let's talk about the easy path versus the hard path. What do you think?
I think most people, including me, like the easy path. It's comfortable, it feels safe, and you don't have to work too hard.
Yeah, same here. I mean, who doesn't like easy things, right?
Exactly. But I've learned that the easy path doesn't really help me grow.
Yeah, me too. I used to always look for shortcuts. Like when I was learning guitar, I wanted a quick way to play songs. But the truth is, there is no shortcut.
Right. You can't skip the practice part.
Exactly. And I think that's true for almost everything. Learning, work, health, even relationships.
Yes. When things are too easy, we don't value them. But when we put in effort, we understand their real worth.
That's so true. Like when I worked hard to save money for my first car, I took care of it so well. I washed it, cleaned it, drove it carefully. But when my parents gave me something for free, I didn't care as much.
That's a great example. I think many people can relate to that. When you earn something with effort, it just feels different.
Yeah, because you know what it cost you. Your time, your energy, your patience.
Exactly. I had a similar experience when I learned to cook.
Oh, tell me about that.
So, a few years ago, I couldn't cook at all. I always ordered food or ate instant noodles. But one day, I decided to learn. The first few times were terrible. I burned rice, undercooked pasta, and forgot to add salt.
I've been there too.
It was so bad that my kitchen smelled like smoke. But I didn't give up. I kept watching videos, reading recipes, and trying again.
That's great. So did it get better?
Yes. After a few weeks, I started to make simple dishes, and after a few months, I could cook meals that my friends actually liked.
Wow, that's amazing.
And you know what? It wasn't just about food. It was about being patient, learning from mistakes, and doing something for myself.
That's beautiful. You turned a difficult thing into something you enjoy, and that built your character.
Exactly. The hard path taught me way more than the easy path ever could.
Yeah, same here. When I look back, the hardest times in my life were the ones that taught me the most.
Yes, me too. It's like every challenge is a small test. If you keep going, you come out stronger and wiser.
Totally. But it's funny because when we're in that hard moment, we don't always see it that way. We just feel tired or frustrated.
Yeah, we think, why is this so hard? But later, we realize that the struggle made us better.
Exactly. Like when I was trying to get my first job, I got rejected many times. It was tough, but those rejections made me stronger. I learned how to talk better, prepare better, and stay calm.
Yes, I love that. Because when things come easy, we don't build that strength. The hard path gives us something more: inner growth.
Right. So maybe the easy path feels nice for short time, but the hard path feels meaningful for a long time.
Oh, that's a good way to say it, Liam. The easy path gives comfort, but the hard path gives meaning.
Exactly. And when you choose the hard path again and again, you slowly become someone stronger, more confident, and more grateful.
Yes, and that's how character is built, little by little through effort and challenges.
I love that. Okay, so we've talked about effort, personal stories, and now the easy versus hard path. I think the next thing we should talk about is what happens when we try really hard but still fail.
Ah, yes, that's a big one. Because sometimes we give our best, but things don't go as planned.
Exactly. Let's talk about that. Why failure is actually part of the process.
Perfect. Let's go there next.
All right, Chloe, let's talk about something we all know too well, failure.
Oh, yes, failure. Nobody likes it, but we all go through it.
Exactly. And it's funny because when we fail, it feels like the end of the world, right?
Yes. Sometimes it feels so bad. You work hard, you try your best, and then it doesn't work.
Yeah, you feel disappointed, tired, maybe even embarrassed.
Totally. But later, when we look back, we often realize that failure taught us something we couldn't have learned any other way.
That's so true. You know, when I failed my driving test the first time, I felt terrible. I thought, oh no, I'll never get it.
Really? You failed the first time?
Yeah, I was nervous and made a mistake at a stop sign. The examiner said, sorry, not this time.
Oh, I can imagine how that felt.
Yeah, it was hard. But after that, I practiced more. I paid attention to every small thing, the mirrors, signals, everything. And when I took the test again, I passed easily.
That's great.
Yeah, and I realized that if I had passed the first time, I wouldn't have learned to be careful. That failure actually made me a better driver.
Exactly. That's the point. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of success.
Yes, it's part of the same road. You can't get to success without a few failures.
Totally agree. I remember when I applied for my first job after college. I was rejected 3 times in a row.
Ouch, that must have been tough.
Yeah, it was. I cried a little. I thought maybe I wasn't good enough. But then I looked at my resume again, practiced interviews, and kept trying.
And did you finally get one?
Yes. On my 4th try, I got a job, and it was even better than the first 3.
That's awesome.
Thank you. And you know what? When I started that job, I was more confident and ready because I had already learned from my failures.
That's exactly it. Failure builds resilience, the power to stand up and try again.
Yes. And it also makes you kinder, I think. Because when you fail, you understand how other people feel when they fail too.
That's such a good point. When we fail, we become more understanding, more humble.
Right. We stop judging people so easily.
Yes, because we've been there. We know how hard it is to keep going after failure.
Exactly.
I think failure also teaches us patience.
True. Sometimes success just needs more time. It's not no, it's not yet.
I love that. Not yet. That's a powerful way to think.
Yeah, because if you keep trying, your not yet will turn into yes one day.
That's so inspiring. And I think this is why effort is so important. Even if we fail, the effort changes us.
Exactly. Success changes what you have, but effort changes who you are.
Wow, I love that line, Liam. Success changes what you have, effort changes who you are.
Thanks. It's true, though. Every time we fail and try again, we build more character. We become stronger inside.
Yes, and the best part is, no one can take that away from you.
Right. Your effort, your experience, your lessons, they're yours forever.
Exactly. So maybe we shouldn't be so afraid of failure.
Yes, we should see it as part of learning. Like, okay, I failed today, but I'll do better tomorrow.
That's such a healthy mindset.
Yeah, and it makes life less stressful because you realize failure doesn't mean the end. It just means keep going.
Yes, that's such an important message.
Totally. Okay, so we've talked about how failure is part of the process and how it helps us grow. I think next we can talk about another big part, how effort builds confidence.
Ooh, yes, that's one of my favorite parts. When you try hard and start believing in yourself more.
Exactly. Let's get into that next. All right, Chloe, now let's talk about confidence, because I really believe that effort is what builds real confidence.
Oh, I totally agree. Real confidence doesn't come from people saying you're great. It comes from you knowing that you worked for something.
Exactly. Like when you do something hard and you don't give up, that's when you start to believe in yourself.
Yes, it's not about being perfect. It's about trying and improving a little each day.
Right. For example, when I first started speaking in front of people, I was so nervous. My hands were shaking, my voice was shaking. It was terrible.
Oh no, I've been there too. Speaking in public is scary.
Yeah. But I kept doing it. Every time I spoke, I felt a little better. After a few months, I realized I wasn't so nervous anymore.
That's awesome. So your confidence came from your effort, not from someone telling you you're good at it.
Exactly. I didn't wait for someone to make me confident. I earned it by practicing.
That's the best kind of confidence, the one you build yourself.
Totally. And it's the same with everything. Learning a language, working out, or even cooking. When you try and keep trying, you start to feel proud of what you can do.
Yes. Like for me, when I was learning to run, I started from zero. I couldn't even run 5 minutes. But after a few months, when I saw progress, I started thinking, wow, I can do this.
Exactly. That's the power of effort. It changes the way you see yourself.
Yes, you start to trust yourself more. You stop saying, I can't, and start saying, I'll try.
Right. And even if things don't go perfectly, you still feel confident because you know you're doing your best.
That's true. It's like when someone is learning English. At first, they might be shy, afraid to speak. But the more they try, the more confident they get.
Yes, every time they make an effort, even if they make mistakes, they're getting better.
Exactly. I always tell my students, don't wait until you're perfect to start speaking. You become confident by speaking, not before.
That's such good advice. Confidence grows from doing, not from waiting.
Yes, and sometimes people think confidence means never being afraid, but that's not true.
Right. Confidence is doing it even when you're afraid.
Exactly. You do it anyway, and that's how you grow.
You know, there's a quote I really like. It says, "Courage doesn't mean you have no fear. It means you act even when you're afraid."
That's perfect. And effort is what helps you do that. Every small effort makes your courage and confidence a little stronger.
Yes, and the best part? You can't lose that confidence once you've built it yourself.
True, because it's real. It's not fake. It's not based on what people think. It's yours.
Exactly. And the more you make an effort, the more you realize, hey, I can do hard things.
Yes, and that belief changes everything. How you talk, how you work, even how you face problems.
Totally. So, to anyone listening right now, remember, confidence isn't a gift. It's something you build, one small effort at a time.
Yes, every small step counts. Even when it feels slow, you're growing inside.
Exactly. And I think that connects perfectly to our next topic, how small daily efforts can make a big difference over time.
Oh, I love that one because people often think they need to do something big to change their life, but really it's the small things that matter most.
Yes, absolutely. Let's talk about that next. Everyday examples. Small efforts count. All right, Chloe, now let's talk about something I really like. Small efforts.
Yes, I love this part too, because people often think they need to do something big to change their life, but that's not true.
Exactly. Big things come from small things, right?
Right. Every big goal starts with a small step.
Totally. For example, if you want to get healthy, you don't have to run 5 miles on the first day. You can just walk for 10 minutes.
Yes, or even stretch for a few minutes every morning. Small steps are easier to start, and they help you build a habit.
Exactly. And the best part? When you do small things every day, they add up. After a while, you look back and realize how far you've come.
Yes, like when I started reading every night before bed. At first, it was only 5 pages, but after a few months, I finished 5 books.
That's amazing. And it didn't feel too hard, right?
No, it was easy and enjoyable. The small effort became a part of my day.
I love that. I do something similar with my morning routine. Every morning, I make my bed, drink water, and write down one goal for the day. It takes maybe 5 minutes, but it changes how I feel.
That's awesome, Liam. I think those small habits build discipline, and discipline builds character too.
Exactly. And when you stick to those small actions, they start to shape how you see yourself.
Yes, you start to think, hey, I'm someone who keeps promises to myself.
Right. And that builds confidence, motivation, and pride.
Totally. Even simple things like cleaning your room, doing the dishes, or finishing a small task at work, they all count.
Yes, because effort doesn't always have to be something big or special. It can be in the small things you do every day.
Exactly. Like when you choose to wake up 5 minutes earlier, or when you speak kindly to someone even if you're tired, that's effort too.
That's a really good point. Effort isn't only about what people see. Sometimes the small, quiet efforts are the most powerful.
Yes, and they slowly change you from the inside.
You know, it reminds me of learning English again.
Oh, yes, that's a perfect example.
Yeah. If someone studies English for just 10 or 15 minutes every day, after a few months, they'll see real progress. But if they try to study for 5 hours in one day and then stop for a week, it doesn't really work.
Exactly. It's all about consistency, doing a little every day.
Yes, small, consistent effort beats big, random effort every time.
I love that line. Small, consistent effort beats big, random effort every time.
Thanks. It's true, though. That's how we grow, step by step.
And it also feels good because you can see small progress every day.
Yeah, and that progress keeps you motivated.
Exactly. So maybe we should all stop waiting for the right time or a big chance to change our lives. We can just start with one small effort today.
Yes, like making your bed, going for a walk, studying for 10 minutes, or even saying thank you to someone.
Those small moments build good habits, and good habits build strong character.
I totally agree. Effort doesn't have to be loud. Sometimes it's quiet, simple, but powerful.
Yes, like a seed. Small, but it grows into something big.
That's a beautiful way to say it, Chloe.
Thanks. So, to everyone listening, don't underestimate small efforts. They really matter.
Yes, every small effort counts, and every little thing you do is a part of building your character.
Exactly. And speaking of character, I think we can talk next about how effort not only changes us, but also changes the way we see and respect other people.
That's a great next topic. Effort and respect for others.
Yes, let's go into that next.
All right, Chloe, you said something really interesting, that effort doesn't just change us, but also how we see other people. Let's talk about that.
Yes, because when we make an effort ourselves, we start to understand how hard other people work too.
That's so true. Like, when you've worked hard for something, you know it's not easy. So you start to respect people who do the same.
Exactly. For example, when I started learning guitar, I realized how much effort it takes to play well. Now, when I see someone playing beautifully, I really appreciate it because I know how much time it takes.
Yes, that's a great example. Before, maybe we just thought, oh, that person is talented. But after trying, we see the work behind the talent.
Right. Effort helps us understand that success doesn't just happen. People earn it.
Exactly. And when you understand that, you stop judging people so quickly.
Yes, you become more kind and patient. You know that everyone is fighting their own little battle every day.
That's very true. When I see someone working hard, maybe a student learning a new language or someone trying to get in shape, I feel inspired, not jealous.
Same here. I think when we value effort, we see beauty in hard work, not just in results.
Yes, I love that. Because results can be small, but effort always shows character.
Exactly. And you know what? When you respect effort in others, you also build stronger relationships.
Oh, totally. Because you start to appreciate people for who they are and what they try to do, not just for what they have.
Yes, like even in friendships or families, when you see someone trying, even if they make mistakes, you respect them more.
That's a really good point. Effort brings people closer.
Yes, it does. It makes you more understanding.
And I think it also teaches humility. Like you stop thinking you're better than others because you know how much work it takes to grow.
Exactly. When you've tried hard and failed before, you stop looking down on others. You become more empathetic.
Yes, empathy. That's the word. Effort builds empathy, and empathy builds connection.
That's so true. And it's such an important part of character.
Definitely. Character isn't just about being strong. It's also about being kind and respectful.
Yes. And effort teaches us both strength and kindness.
You're right. Because when we make an effort, we know pain, frustration, and failure. And because of that, we understand others better.
Exactly. We don't just see people's success, we see their struggle too.
And that changes how we talk to people, how we help them, and how we support them.
Yes. Like if someone at work is trying hard but still learning, instead of judging them, we can say, "Hey, I see your effort. Keep going."
That's such a powerful thing to say. It makes people feel seen and respected.
Exactly. Everyone needs that kind of support.
Totally. And when we respect others' effort, we also motivate them to keep trying.
Yes. It's like positive energy. When you give respect, you receive respect back.
That's right. So, effort not only builds our character, but also helps us build a better world around us.
Wow. That's beautifully said, Liam. I love that idea. Effort makes us better people and helps us make others feel valued.
Yes, it's all connected. Effort, growth, confidence, respect, and character.
Exactly. Everything starts with that one decision to try.
Yes, and the more we try, the more we grow, not just for ourselves, but for everyone around us.
That's such a great message to end with.
Yes, but before we wrap up, let's give our listeners one last thought.
Sure.
To everyone listening, remember, effort is never wasted. Every time you try, you grow stronger, kinder, and wiser.
Yes. And your effort inspires others too, so don't stop trying even when it's hard.
Because that's how you build real character.
Exactly.
All right, that's all for today's episode of Daily Cup English.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed this talk about why effort builds character.
If you did, make sure to follow us and subscribe to Daily Cup English for more easy English conversations every day.
Yes, we post new episodes daily to help you practice English in real-life situations.
Thanks for listening, everyone.
And remember, keep learning, keep growing, and keep making an effort.
See you next time.
Bye, everyone.